What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, yet again. And honestly, I truly pray, I hope and pray every day, this is the last time we have to talk about if it's going to be somewhere or, could we get a release date at this place. I want to talk about if this game is going to be at E3, and then if it is, under what circumstances, what would we see, and go from there, okay? I know... I hope I didn't let anybody down personally, but I know we just passed May 4th, in which we got nothing. I mean, we got The Bad Batch, which I actually think is a really, really good show. I set my expectations very low, and they got blown out of the sky. I actually really love that show. So, but no LEGO Star Wars. No LEGO Star Wars. So, going into E3, I would say there's quite a bit there that would suggest that this game is going to be there, and I will break it down for you guys in this video. Before I get too far, if you guys are new here or if you haven't already, make sure you guys are subscribed. We are now under 1,000 subscribers. We could be in the hundreds away from getting to 50K, so make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, hit the like button. Definitely helps spread the video out. Okay, so if you guys watched my Gotham Knights or Hogwarts Legacy videos, I explained a little bit about what I expect Warner Bros.' strategy to be at E3, okay? If you haven't watched those videos, that's okay. I'll link them at the end of this one if you guys want to check it out, but I want to kind of re-say it for new people here. Warner Bros. Is going, okay? WB Games, let's say, okay? They have a fair amount of stuff that they could show at E3. Again, we've talked about Gotham Knights, we talked about Hogwarts Legacy, and by talk about it, I mean like made videos, but they have those games. They have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. They have LEGO Star Wars. They're technically publishers of Back 4 Blood by Turtle Rock. Now, what's interesting is I believe in the last update for E3 when they, I guess, officially confirmed Square Enix is going, Sega, and a couple others, which, by the way, I don't understand that because those companies, a lot of them were already confirmed to be going, but E3 or like the ESA like reconfirmed it. It was very, very weird how they did that, but they added Turtle Rock. So actually the developers of Back 4 Blood are going, and they're kind of going, it makes it sound like they're going separate. So maybe that has to do with something for Back 4 Blood, and we can talk about that later, but that is important to LEGO Star Wars, right? Because we're trying to build what they could bring, I guess, to E3, right? You have Monolith, who are the makers of the Middle-earth games, right? Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. They've been very quiet for years. I think they maybe said to somebody on Twitter at some point that they're not going to E3. It doesn't mean that they're telling the truth, though. You have Injustice, or Injustice 3. You have NetherRealm. If they're going to do Injustice 3, it could be a Marvel fighting game. So you have quite a bit. You have probably 5, 6, 7 games that Warner Bros. Could do. We've talked about what the DC strategy is, right? Do you make E3 almost your non-DC thing, where you show Hogwarts Legacy, where you show Back 4 Blood, where you show LEGO Star Wars? You basically make it things that just aren't DC, because DC fandom is happening again this year, right? It's happening in October. So do you save Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad or Injustice 3, say that is NetherRealm's game? Basically, do you split it? I will tell you, I really believe LEGO Star Wars is going to be at E3. I do. If they want to make it literally any kind of big show, which I guess none of the E3 shows are guaranteed to be like large, but if you wanted to make it big, LEGO Star Wars is a good first step. I would argue that their big thing would probably be showing something new on Hogwarts Legacy, but you look at LEGO Star Wars, out of these games, so Back 4 Blood is October, but really the other ones are kind of indefinite statuses, or we don't even know that they exist. That's really, it's a good and bad thing, right? Because there's a lot of potential, but there's also a lot of mystery, which I guess, again, you could look at as good or bad. We don't know the release date for LEGO Star Wars. We know Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy are in 2022 because they were delayed. Technically, we think we know that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is also 2022. I don't think that is going to happen. Monolith's game, no clue. NetherRealm's game, we have no clue. Again, Back 4 Blood is really the only one. So, and I could be missing some, and because I know I've talked about this a couple times, hopefully I'm not missing any, but if I am, I guess throw them into the confirmed or non-confirmed category, right? So I think LEGO Star Wars is definitely one that can be there. Even, I mean, we've gone through the different options they have for E3. If they want to make it a kind of go big or go home thing, they could show a small amount of stuff from all those. So everything that I just said, they could show all of them. If they wanted to be very specific and say, okay, well, we're only going to do, say, half of what we have, they could do a 10-minute gameplay of Back 4 Blood. I don't think they should, but maybe they could. They could do Hogwarts Legacy. Now, Hogwarts Legacy, again, is tough because it could be still a while out. Maybe you only do another trailer. Maybe you do just a very small amount of gameplay. You probably don't do both. You know what I mean? Again, Gotham Knights, maybe that's not there at all. But for Lego Star Wars, I mean, we're at the point. It's what I said for May 4th. It's what I said for literally any other big show, right? We're at the point where the game was supposed to be out multiple times by now. And just again, to make it clear for people, if this is your first time watching me, I'm not rioting. I'm not going to their studios, like, demanding the game. I'm not like that, right? I mean, delays are disappointing. I really don't think that's unfair to say. I know there's kind of become like a stigma with delays where you can't have anything negative to say about them. I'm disappointed when a game is delayed because I want the game. I mean, it's literally as easy as that. At the same time, I understand delays. If they want to delay the game, I mean, that's fine, as long as the game comes out in a better state, right? That's about as boiled down as it can get. But it should have been out by now, multiple times. So we're at the point where we need a release date. And I really think that, like, no matter what, we need a release date. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again here. Like, it's a Lego game. We should kind of know what to expect from it. But in reality, it truly is the biggest Lego game they've ever done. It's so massive in terms of scope. It is doing different things, like, for sure. And with all that being said, we only have like 5 minutes of gameplay for the game. Gameplay, I guess I mean like where we actually see the game in terms of like trailers. We only have like 3 to 5 minutes of stuff that we've seen. So, there's been pictures and there's been like developer interviews and stuff like that, but like taking us in a deep dive where it's like, okay, let's play a 15-minute section, which I think is kind of common, and it's been done for other Lego games. We haven't gotten any of that. You know what I mean? Even giving us a demo. I mean, a game like this could easily have some sort of demo. They're treating the game as if it's years away. Like, the amount of stuff we've gotten for the game, if I didn't tell you the state, and if you didn't know the game exists, and I just kind of dropped these trailers on you and said, what do you think? How long do you think away we are? You'd maybe say, oh, maybe this is like 2-3 years away, because we've got nothing else. And which is very odd for a game like this, you know what I mean? It's I'm not saying like I'm worried about it. I guess I kind of am worried about it. I'm not saying like the game's going to get canceled. I'm not saying the game's going to come out in a horrible state. It's just very odd the way they've treated this game. And maybe it's because of, the stuff around the world over the last year. There's no way that helped, right? Obviously that hurt the game. But I think E3 is the time we see it again. I've made a lot of these videos. I'm going to be, continuing to make a lot of these videos. And I think this game is at kind of the top of the ones that I've said, yeah, you know what? There's pretty high odds here. Lego Star Wars I would put towards the top, where it's like I feel really good about saying that I think it's going to be there. I wouldn't bet on it. I don't want to lose any money. But I really do think it's got a really good shot. I would hope for gameplay, because I think we're just at that stage by now. But more than anything, we're at the release date stage. There needs to be a release date for this game, like 100%. If there's not, honestly, there probably is a pretty big problem. So hopefully it's there. Hopefully it comes out this fall. If they want to say 2022, then just say it. You know what I mean? So I really hope we get some sort of clarity or clarification on this stuff, and hopefully we get it relatively soon. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be there? If it is, what do you think they would show? Let me know. As always, make sure, again, if you haven't already, you guys are subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos are going to go up. I've done loads of E3 videos. I'm going to be continuing it. We got so many plans for E3 coverage, which I'll be talking about over the coming weeks. Very, very exciting, okay? Make sure you guys leave a like. I should probably say that. Definitely helps these videos spread a little bit more than they would without it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next video.